everybody, it's me, Audrey. I'm back again with part 2 to my Q&A. Yes, I'm filming it on the same day. I just wanted to break it up so it wouldn't be too long. So yeah, I'm back. I'm gonna go ahead and just jump right into it. Thanks again for submitting your questions. So some of you got some really deep questions, guys, and I don't know if I can answer them in this video. I might have to do another one because I've got to do some deep thinking on these questions. I'm just doing them kind of spontaneous now. I have not taken the time to mull over the questions, think about the questions and what I'm going to say, because I really wanted it to be in the moment, spontaneous. But as I look at this first question, this is a deep question. I don't even know. I might have to come back to this one, but I'll go ahead and read it to you anyway. So this question is from Culture Shock 99. If you could have dinner with a person who was notoriously bad that contributed good things to society, who would it be and why? Well, that's a good one because I can't think of any bad person that contributed anything good to society, because all the bad people I think of, they brought so much hurt and pain into society, and I can't think of any good that they did that I just don't even know, who in the world would that be? So this question I'm gonna have to think about and come back to later. So yeah. Next question. Do you go for garage sales or only thrift shops? Do you go for garage sales or only thrift shops? This is from Bindu E. So, well, I have gone to garage sales before. Not a lot of them, because typically the garage sales in our areas are always on Saturday, and I attend church on Saturday. And so usually it's just not, convenient for me to go. But there have been a couple of times, like after church, on Saturday, that I've been driving and there happened to be up a sign that said garage sale, and I'll just make a quick drive in. But just to go out of my way and look in the papers to see garage sales, no, I have not done that. So yeah, I do most of my thrifting at thrift stores. All right, next question. What made you get into thrifting? I answered that in my previous video. Kind of my mom and just a necessity because I didn't want to mess up clothes, and then it just became an addiction. How many years have you been teaching? Well, for those of you who don't know, I teach art, and this will answer another question as well, because someone asked, what do you teach and what grades? So I teach art, and I am certified to teach K through 12, so all grades, but currently I'm teaching elementary, but I have taught high school. I taught high school for 9 years, and I'm in my 4th year of teaching elementary school. So I've been teaching, 14 years? Yeah, 14 years. How many, let's see here, do you have or have you ever modeled? And this is from Carolyn Prater. So Carolyn wants to know if I have ever modeled, because she likes my little segment at the end where I try on clothes. And a lot of you have said that you like that segment. That comes from a lot of looking in magazines, number one, because I grew up looking at Vogue, Cosmopolitan. That was just my pastime back when I was a kid in the 80s. I just looked through teen magazine, you name it. I was looking through the magazines, looking at fashion. That was just something that I consumed. So I think it kind of got burned in my mind, just poses and things that people would do. And I had my dreams of being a model one day and all of that. And I think some of it too, just practicing in the mirror, because I'm an only child. So a lot of my time was spent entertaining myself. I would put on plays by myself. I would do musicals, and I would model in front of the mirror. So some of it came from that. And so to answer your question, have I ever modeled? Yeah, and later in life, I did a little bit of commercial modeling, nothing big, because I wanted to get into acting. So back when I was like 28, I signed up with a modeling agency here locally. It was called Model Productions, but they've since moved away to Atlanta. And when they moved, I kind of just didn't do anything anymore, but I did some local commercials and some acting and some live modeling where you have to do in-store, you know, things like that. But yeah, so my first big modeling job, guys, and I'm being facetious when I say this, it was for Club Car Catalog. So anyway, hopefully you can see this. I'm filming this with my camera, my phone camera, by the way. But anyway, so yeah, nothing glamorous. Here's the little catalog. It's a Club Car catalog. As you can see, this was like back in 2000, so I was 29 at the time. So on page 5, I'm really tiny. You might need a microscope to see me, but I'm over here posing in my tennis apparel like I'm talking to another young lady, and the featured item is this little car here, but I'm over here. There I am. That was my first print modeling gig. So I guess in that sense, yes, you can say I was a model because I did get this job through the agency. And here was my headshot for my acting, and then some of my jobs. So it kind of lists that I was a spokesperson. So I did a lot of in-store spokesperson modeling, like spokesmodeling, commercials, that type of thing. But nothing like major as far as like fashion. No, I have not. So next question. What does a typical day off work entail for you? And this is from September Gail. Hi Gail, how are you? So a typical day off for me is just pretty much do what you want to do, Audrey. I don't have like a plan on the days that I'm off because I just try to enjoy it as much as I can. Sometimes I'll meet with my friends, and we'll go walking because a lot of my friends are retired. I have a lot of older friends, and I don't have a lot of friends my age. I know that's strange, but a lot of friends who are 15 years or more older than me, so they're retired. I have friends who are stay-at-home moms. They don't have to work, so we might meet up and go walking. We might meet for lunch. Sometimes I will do cleanup around the house. Sometimes that's when I film my videos. Sometimes I'll just run errands, and sometimes I'll go thrift shopping. So it's really just a fun, laid-back day for me, Gail, to be honest. All right, next question. What would be your ultimate thrift find? And I think I answered that in the part 1 video, and that would be an artsy LV, Louis Vuitton, or a moto jacket. What made you start thrifting? I also answered that in my first video as well. So check that out. What is your favorite store to thrift in? My favorite store to thrift in would probably be Goodwill because that's what we have the majority of here locally. I think we have like 5 Goodwills in the Augusta area, so I try to frequent all of them as much as I can, but I do thrift in other places. Do you find yourself thrifting so much because of the thrill of the hunt? And this one is from Victoria Hampton. Well, Victoria, that has something to do with it. The thrill of the hunt. You never know what you're going to find. So yes. And then I think some of it is just that I get bored easily with the same old thing. There are some classic pieces that I hang on to and like to keep, but a lot of times I just like to get rid of stuff because I'm bored with it, and that's just my personality. It transfers over into so many areas of my life when it comes to getting bored with things. But anyway, so yeah, I thrift because I just like bringing in fresh new things, but I also do like the thrill of the hunt. Next question. I'd like to know if you do a blog style video. And this is from Lisa C. Not sure really what a blog style video is because I know blogging is like when you're writing and describing and talking about fashion. But then vlogging is when you video your day and kind of document your day. So not sure what you're asking as far as a blog style video, but I will do more fashion related videos in the future. How did you come about connecting your faith with your shopping and fashion style? And this is from Marcel. So hi Marisol. Yeah, I hope I'm Marisol, if I'm pronouncing that right. So how I did that is prior to being encouraged to do a YouTube channel by one of my friend's daughter, I had to pray about it first. And the only way that I thought it would be worth doing a YouTube channel is if I could somehow connect it with my faith and encourage people to be better stewards of their finances. Because another reason why I thrift, in addition to me just liking it, is because I want to, you know, be a good steward of my money and not go into debt trying to look fashionable. And I also wanted to encourage others to do the same. So I thought if I can connect God with what I like, then I don't have a problem with doing a channel. So yeah, that's how I kind of merge the two, because God wants us to be a good steward of everything that we have. All right, I'm gonna stop it with this next question, and so I will be doing a part 3, but not today. So this is it for today, guys, and then I'll do the others at a later date. Let's see. Do you teach at church? And this is from Karsh02,008. Do I teach at church? No, I do not teach at church. Have I taught at church? In the past, I did children's Bible study at church, but our congregation is very small and all the youth have now grown up. We don't have any young people anymore, so no, I do not teach anymore at church. So my method of teaching is when I do devotionals on my YouTube channel. That's probably the extent of me teaching as far as spiritual matters go. So thank you so much for your questions once again, and I have a whole lot more. I just don't want to bore you with the questions. Maybe I'll change up the scenery the next time I do a Q&A. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys all, and remember to be a good steward of all that God has given you, because he loves us so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye.